Let's customize the Camtasia recorder so that it fits your style of recording, and we'll do that by going up to the Camtasia menu and selecting Preferences, or using the keyboard command of Command, comma. Then click on the Recording tab to access the recording preferences. Before making a recording, ask yourself, what will you be recording, and then select an appropriate screen frame rate. If you need to capture fast-moving animations or any video-based content that's displayed on your screen, including video conferences or games, then you may want to set the frame rate to full motion 30 frames per second. But be aware that by setting a higher frame rate, your recordings will take up a lot of hard drive space. If you're recording instructional screencasts or software tutorials like this one, then I find that the medium setting of 15 frames per second is more than enough to capture smooth motion of the mouse and applications. It's a nice compromise between quality and file size. If you're mostly interested in a voice narration of slides-based content, such as PowerPoint or Keynote files, then Presentation's 5 frames per second will be fine. As a general rule, though, I'd suggest using the 15 frames per second option for all content except for live video or game recording. I always like to see the countdown timer for a recording to quickly reset my mind for the recording, so I'll leave that one checked. Next, now that you've seen how powerful the ultimate recorder keyboard shortcut of Command-Shift-2 is and have committed it to memory, let's hide this Camtasia recorder widget from our menu bar by unchecking this Show Menu Bar icon checkbox. This makes that control disappear so that it won't be visible inside of your recordings. If you want to leave the menu there as a backup for you while you're learning to use the recorder, that's fine too. But once you're comfortable with using the keyboard command, removing the distraction of additional items from your menu bar from your learner's view is a nice touch. Next, you can choose to have Camtasia automatically open your recordings in the editor after you complete a recording, or prompt you to save that file. If you choose Prompt to Save, then you'll be able to choose a custom location for the .trec recording file. Unless you need to crank through a bunch of back-to-back recordings, then it's a good idea to leave this set to open in Editor so that you can immediately check to make sure that your recordings captured exactly what you wanted them to capture. Next, we have our recording name prefix section. When you stop a recording, Camtasia will automatically name the file, rec, then the date, and then a number to give each recording a unique name. You can, of course, change the name of the file, as we've already seen, but this gives you a nice starting point. When I'm working on a project that requires a lot of separate recordings, then I like to set this to custom and create my own custom prefix for the project, such as CamMac ESST. That way, all of my files for a particular project will be easy to quickly identify. For now, though, I'll leave mine set to the default of rec. Next, you can select the location where Camtasia will automatically save your original recordings to. Click the Reveal button to open that location in your Finder. If you want to change the location to, say, an external drive, click the Change button and then select the drive that you want to change to. I'll leave mine set to the default location, so I'll click Cancel. Finally, to save hard drive space, there is an option here to have Camtasia automatically delete recordings after a specific number of days. I like to uncheck this box and know that I need to manually delete older recordings just in case something happens and I find I need to go back to an original recording. I'd rather manually have to do this cleanup myself and save a potentially valuable recording. All of your preference choices are all instantly saved, so when you're done making changes, close the window and Camtasia Recorder is now configured for you the way that you want to work. Now, one last note. Many people have asked how to change your default keyboard commands for the recorder on the Mac version of Camtasia. Unfortunately, this is not possible at the present time.